Hi guys, this is Yvonne with Mermaid Oracle. Thank you so much for coming in to watch the video or this live stream. Full moon special for February 20th, 2023. $5 tarot reading. I am here with a very special friend of mine. He is Groovified. He has a YouTube channel and also he is very well known and on TikTok with for his artwork and also for his tarot readings as well. Do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah. So I've been doing tarot reading for a couple of years now, a little bit longer than that, and uh, I've been doing. There's a lot. Actually, there's been a lot of changes been going on and stuff like that, which I've been doing. Some tarot reading here, but I've really been touching, the creative side of my energy. I've been really wanting to hone in onto art, drawing, and things like that. I have big plans as soon as I get better with my techniques because I'm really looking to collaborate with, this way, Miss Mermaid over here, to make our own tarot deck, like something special. And I'm almost there, not quite, but I've been doing some really good stuff. Like I managed to create some realistic eyes and things like that, and trying to find my tone, trying to find my voice within it. So yeah, it's you can find in my headline is missing now. I'm not sure why, but I'll put it into the chat, the link tree. Huh? There it is.
There it is.
That's my link. That's my link tree. Please feel free to visit. Not only is it showing my metaphysical side, but I'm also doing my workout journey, including my art journey. So there's a lot going on. And again, a lot of stuff has changed in the last few years since we last did a stream. So yeah.
Yeah, of course. So just once again, he has multiple social media things where he is creating his artwork. You can follow him on his artwork journey stuff. You can follow him on his workout journey thing, or on his metaphysical journey where he is doing tarot readings. And I think you're more active when it comes to the tarot readings on TikTok, right?
Something like that. Yeah, I'm kind of building it a little bit, a new channel to kind of separate the two. Because I didn't want to mix them together, because sometimes TikTok's algorithm will confuse it, and I'll get a lot of followers, but it won't be like touching on the things that they're looking for, and I'll lose followers after that. So I'm trying to slowly build my metaphysical side, the groove reverse side of TikTok. That's what I call it, and hopefully it'll grow from there. I just gotta keep posting to it.
Yes, and I know it's been a long time that we haven't done a live stream like this, so I'm so glad that you're here to join me today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
You're gonna have to, yes, and I know you're gonna have to leave in a little bit because you have fatherly responsibilities. So nevertheless, I am glad that you're here to join me once more, and we should do this more often.
Yes, definitely.
I do want to do this every new moon and full moon at least, so we can at least get to do that. So we could do that every full moon and new moon, and
Absolutely.
if we more often, then we can do it more often. I would be more than happy to do that now that I have a wonderful Wi-Fi service here, and that isn't an issue, since that was an issue before. So. Nevertheless, guys, if you guys are interested in a personal reading, or actually it's not a personal reading, it's actually public. If you want to write a reading right here with us right now, with myself, Groovified, or Mermaid Oracle, it will be $5. I am using the Mermaid, The Influence of the Angels Tarot by Jody Barbessi. I don't know if you remember that I got this deck when we went to the Enchanted Garden.
I remember that.
Downtown Sacramento. Guys, if you guys love metaphysical shops and you guys like to travel, there is a metaphysical shop, and we're not sponsored, by the way, we're not getting paid to say this. There's a metaphysical shop in downtown Sacramento called the Enchanted Garden, super popular for locals over there. And I got this deck when I went to go visit this dear friend of mine, and I bought this deck there. Did you buy a deck that day?
I did actually. We got I got the gay tarot one,
But that was in a
and
shop, right?
that was at the shop that we went together, where they
Okay.
had the whole
Okay, because
wall
I
of
know.
tarot cards.
Okay, okay, okay. I think it was then the Enchanted Garden. We went to quite a
Yeah,
few. So,
did we?
yeah.
Oh wow, that's a
Yeah,
while
we went
ago.
to
We need
quite.
to.
I think when I went to go see you, we went to like 4 metaphysical shops, when I was there with you. So,
Oh well,
that was fun.
Tree and Queen came in, and while I was shuffling, this card popped up when I looked at your name. Just letting you know, the Page of Wands.
Ooh, the Page of Wands for a train. Hi,
And
train.
as far as my tarot deck goes, I'm using the Angel tarot deck. Funny that you picked that you're using Angel because I'm also using the Angel tarot deck by Radley Valentine. And yeah,
I'm
it's
so glad
this one's actually kind
for
of
that.
dear to me because I this was actually the first tarot deck that I've actually received. It was sort of actually kind of given to my from my mom a little bit because I was cleaning out the garage one day and I found this unused deck and she's like, "You can have it." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
Didn't you say that you found that deck in her garage or something like
Yeah,
that? You were going to
I found it in the garage, and she said that she was doing it to like figure out a few things here and there. And I was like, well, I'm starting to learn tarot at that time, and I was like, can I have it? She's like, yeah, sure, take it. And that's where it all started. And it's kind of weird because usually you start with the Rider Waite deck, but it's like instead of learning about pentacles and wands, this one's all about using the elements. So it I was kind of learning a little bit backwards than I was going forward, which I actually kind of appreciate the universe having me do that because it allowed me to learn and explore the different sides or the connections in between the elements and the traditional style of tarot.
You know, myself as well, I didn't start with using the Rider Waite. Of course, when I was like learning it through YouTube videos and stuff like that, they would use the imagery of the Rider Waite always, whether it was an article that I was reading when I was learning tarot, or it was like a video where someone was teaching it. They would always use the imagery of the Rider Waite, obviously, but I never had a Rider Waite deck. Even to this day, I don't even own one. And before I used to be like, oh, forget that deck. I don't like that deck. The images are ugly. I used to just not like it. But
Mm-hmm.
now I kind of want one. I don't know why. Now I'm just like, I want one so bad. My first tarot deck was the Golden Tarot by Cat Black. So for
Mm.
anybody
Oh
tarot
yeah.
enthusiast, yeah, I wanted to get that deck along with this. Oh no, I did buy it. I did buy it. I
I
remember I
want to
bought.
get the true black deck, the one that's made out of like it's like plastic and waterproof, and it's like it's almost $100 for the deck, and it looks stunning. It looks so good, and
We
uh, huh?
we need to review it, like a
We
live
need to
stream.
review it. I need to save my pennies and review it. And by the way, JJ, so I was just looking at your card, or looking at your name, and this card flipped out, which is the reverse of the Nine of Swords, also known as the Nine of Air. So I wonder,
Well,
like, were things coming into vision? I feel like something coming into perspective that's kind of like been on your mind, and all of a sudden the answer might have just come right in your face. Perhaps, maybe that's kind of why you're here. And as far as
yeah,
what did I pull out for Tree Queen? It was the Page of Wands, I believe, right? The Page of Fire.
I
Learning new
don't
passions,
remember.
perhaps, or desires. Mm.
Well, actually, JJ or Jet, he just sent a payment for a reading.
Oh,
So,
perfect.
JJ, can you
Page
tell
of Wands
us?
are the clowns.
Can you remind us what is your zodiac sign, and can you tell us your question, please? And I'm sorry, what about clowns?
She said,
I'm
she
confused.
said, are the Page of Wands those are those pages clowns and stuff like that? It's funny you say that because I think my interpretation of it is more like the page is about like um on a like somebody who's kind of like what's the word I'm looking for? Kind of childlike in a way, but um willing to learn, willing to kind of do, and go out there. The page is really, I mean, how I always kind of thought about the page was all about learning, but it's the even though learning is a good thing, the negative side of pages can be that maybe you're doing too much to, you know, kind of provide. Like you want to be the learner, you want to be the peacekeeper, and you want to do things to make other people happy as you learn from it. But sometimes too much can be a bad thing in that particular case, because some people might use that benefit to kind of uh, take advantage of your generosity. So you got to be careful about the pages. But it really depends on what the cards say.
Let's
Huh?
see your page. How does it look like? Your page of wands. Let's
The
see
page
what
of
it looks like
wands.
so we
I
can
just got to
talk about
shuffling too. Let me see here. Page, where are you, Page? Page of wands, where are you? You know what I haven't opened yet was the night before Christmas deck that I got.
I have that one too.
I haven't
Wait,
opened it yet.
You haven't?
Not yet, but
Maybe
I will. Where the heck did this card go? There it is. This is what the page of wands looks like.
And you were saying it's about what?
So I was just talking in general about what pages can be in general. Page of wands, I always feel that the wands aspect is like two things, right? Your passions, your desires, and things like that. But just like even with the flames of desire, the flames of passion is such a positive thought. You have to be careful it doesn't burn you, because fire is also kind of a destructive element. But again, I really depend on like the combination of different cards. But how I see page of wands is like you wanting to follow your dreams. Like you're really like growing super quick in that field, that you're really feeling that ambition, feeling that energy, versus like, for example, like page of water. Page of water, you're kind of going with the flow a little bit. But again, it really all depends on the combination, how I feel about the cards, and of course with the question. And if you're actually kind of curious, there's actually a description on the bottom of these cards. I just put it into the deck, and all of a sudden it disappeared to me one more time. Oh gosh, I look like I'm like totally. I look like I'm like disorganized right now. But
No worries.
but yeah,
Don't those cards have like a passage or like a phrase on the bottom?
that's exactly what to look for, and that's what this one says. It says here, news of an exciting new endeavor. Use your originality and ingenuity. Now, when it comes to tarot reading, see, like, this is the kind of thing that kind of irks me a little bit when I see tarot readers, and really I'm not knocking them off, but it's just more like a personal path for me. Even though there's a description on here, and there's maybe another description in the book, I really try not to read into those. I kind of don't like it when people, they ask the question of tarot, the tarot reader pulls out the card and they kind of read from the book to kind of explain it, instead of explaining from their gut feelings and stuff like that. I would really rather give you the information what the universe is giving and what the vibrations are giving from the cards, and might go to the book. But yeah, I might go to the book in case somebody needs some clarity, but that's just,
You want to know my opinion about that? If you're watching someone who's reading off of a book, chances are this person is still learning, and they're probably just going off of their textbook definitions rather than basing off of their intuition and the textbook definitions
absolutely.
combined. It's never wrong to read the textbook definitions. As a matter of fact, it's nice to know. it's nice to know the definitions and it's recommended, but I always advise people that when they learn and they have come to that place where they know they feel confidence in tarot reading, that they first have to listen to their intuition. And if nothing comes up, then we can go ahead and just focus on the textbook definition. But first, we have to see if our intuition tells us something else. And
Absolutely,
I
I
think that
completely agree with that. And it's just kind of hard though, because you are giving people advice, right, on situations, and that's kind of why, if you want to tarot read and you're doing it straight from the book, absolutely, try some scenarios or maybe people you trust first before you start going out into public, because these answers that you give does influence other people.
of course. All right. Well, we do have Jet who answered a question, um, which he said that he is a Cancer, and
Mm.
Jay or Jet wanted to ask, what is my love life outlook in the next 3 months? He's currently single and he's dating. Okay, so I'm gonna let you take this one over and you go for
Oh, my. Okay,
it.
let's
If it
see
happens,
here.
it'll come.
So for the next 3 months, so since we're already
Yeah.
practically through month of February, obviously March, April, May, right? Um, so let's go ahead and do a couple of quick pulls here for each of those months. So May or March, April, May. Each one of those are actually I pulled from the major arcana. That's really interesting. First, looking at March here, I'm getting a sense that you are going to meet somebody who's I want to say fluid in a way, and when I say fluid, this person, partner, female, male, however you want to go about that, but definitely has a feminine energy. But I really feel that this person is going to be very fluid in terms of like wanting to make change to kind of make the compatibility sort of thing. It's going to be actually kind of inviting for you. And I say this because when you meet this person, it's gonna be like, oh my god, like we totally connected. This person seems to like the same things I like, and there's a pro con to that. Continue into the to the month of March real quick. We have the Three of Fire in reverse, also known as the Three of Wands in reverse, and we also have the Eight of Fire in reverse as well. So, like I said, it's going to seem very compatible, right? But with these fire cards in reverse, it's probably not going to be the best match. If you do decide to pursue this person, the challenge here that we see with the Seven of Earth is probably grounding yourself with this person to kind of make a stability, because again, this person's way too fluid. She's gonna be fun, she's gonna be cool, and you're definitely going to have a really great time. But as far as grounding yourself to create a relationship with this person, it's probably not going to be that kind of relationship that you're really looking for. Because I feel that you're going to be needing a relationship that's going to challenge you, just like all of us are going to need a challenge, right? And there needs to be some type of compatibility, attraction, things like that. But I really think that you need somebody who is going to bring that edge to you, to where you're like, oh, I've never done that before. That's really interesting, kind of in a positive way. Moving on to the next month, I have here the Wheel card, right? The Wheel of Fortune. Now, this one seems actually going to be pretty cool, and I might as well go ahead and talk about the next month with May as well, because I feel like this is actually going to be very interesting. We have here the Renewal card, which is also known as the Death card. They call it the Renewal in the Angel deck. They like to call things different. But um I feel like that somebody like maybe an ex perhaps or somebody that you've already dated is going to kind of reconnect with you. Like why, we had good times. Why did it not go through and things like that in the month of May? So, but looking into April, we have the Chariot in reverse, right? Here's the Chariot. That's what it looks like, but it's in reverse. Um and we have the Four of Fire in reverse, and we're getting some reversals in here. Doesn't always necessarily mean negative. I kind of feel that this person's actually looking for a stable home, but maybe you're not really ready to step into that fast, right? Which is kind of it'd be kind of hard to find that the plane there. So you kind of put your foot down a little bit, kind of slow it down because maybe this person is actually kind of moving a little too fast for you. The challenge for you on that particular month is we have the Ace of Air, right? I feel that this particular person is not going to be mentally challenging for you. And I think also at the same time, you're going to be feeling kind of closed up too, in terms of meeting other people on that particular month. Just to get a clarification as to why, I'm getting a lot of reversals, and it's funny because I'm twisting the deck as I'm pulling these cards out, and I keep getting reversals. You see, I'm getting right here for the month of April. We have the Ego card, right? This is the Devil card, so to speak, in reverse, as well as the Five of Fire, which is also the Five of Wands, in reverse, and this is what it looks like. Okay. Now, when this month comes through, I feel like that maybe you might be falling behind, maybe on work a little bit. Stress is going to be coming around that month. Okay, so keep yourself organized. I guess that's the point I want to make. Your challenge is to fire. I believe you're going to need to really connect with your friends more than you are going to be dating for that particular month. Okay, so really connect with your friends. I think that's going to be a really good way for you to reboot those batteries. And then as far as the last month here, we do have that renewal card in reverse, the Four of Water, and the Dreamer card, which is also known as the Fool's card, is actually in reverse. There's going to be an opportunity here for that following month, the April month. The Four of Water, and with the Dreamer card in reverse, that pretty much tells me right there that somebody's going to pass you by. Go with your gut feeling. Okay, you're going to probably see somebody. You're going to feel that gut feeling. I really think they're going to be saying like, okay, or you're going to say, excuse me, that wow, person, it's like, there, I'm noticing this person, stuff like that, but you don't make a move. Why? Because you're probably thinking that, let's see here, the challenge here, the Knight of Water, you probably feel that person is already devoted to somebody else. They are not. They're kind of in the same boat, dating, things like that. They probably have a few male friends to kind of keep close, things like that, probably for like some flings, friends with benefits kind of thing. Everybody needs to, feel that release, right? But the challenge here, we have the Lover's card as well as for the challenge. So don't wear your heart on your sleeve. And I think that's kind of the overall look here. But as far as that month goes, looks like you really want to kind of push yourself to meet people on that last month, the month of May. So looking at this real quick, we have March. March. Sorry. March, you're going to have somebody who's going to feel like they're compatible to you. Everything's going well, but they're more kind of like trying to kind of ease into your likes and dislikes, stuff like that, to kind of, make that connection with not really maybe their voice. The month of April, we have you need to connect more with your friends in that month. You may be dating somebody still around that month, but really I think you should bring the focus to your friends a little bit. This will actually kind of challenge other people who may be interested to you, because they need to respect your boundaries, which is a really good way to kind of make sure that you're the right person, but really get with your friends on that month, do something with your friends. And as far as the last month goes, that's the month you really want to follow your gut. When you start to feel this connection, and I'm really getting like this person with curly hair, blonde hair, a little bit like a dirty blonde kind of thing, um, kind of like shoulder length. As I'm really searching my feelings here of who to look out for. And if I'm going to pull a card for their sign, it's going to be a fire sign. I have a 9 of fire, and it's funny because even the description at the bottom says don't give up, but with the 9 of fire, I believe you're going to be with a fire sign. And when it comes to the fire sign, the first thing that comes to me is like a Leo. So Leo, fire sign, somebody maybe with a dirty blonde, curly hair around that area. I say dirty blonde because it's almost like blonde, but not really blonde. But yeah, that's my interpretation for the next 3 months.
Awesome. Thank you. So it seems like you have a lot going on for you, Jess. So much luck. It seems like you're going to have quite an events. And as a matter of fact, just like how I said in the previous one of the previous lives, I don't know what is it about Cancers and fire signs, but it seems like you guys just never miss each other. You guys always want to be with each other. I guess. And
fire and water, they make that steam.
I guess so. So in a way, it doesn't surprise me. When you said fire sign, I was like, oh God. Like I was just like, here we go. Another Cancer with a fire sign. Here we go. So it's all right. I see it all the time. So you guys will always make each other happy. Cancers will always want to be with fire signs, or will always try to be with a fire sign or an air sign a lot. And look at, he just responded. He said, I like options. So
options is good.
That could be why you have quite an eventful 3 months. You're going to keep your options open. So that's good. That's good to know. And it's wonderful to see that you'll have someone that will ultimately stand out for you. So good luck with that.
I pulled a random deck about you, JJ. I'm getting the sense that sometimes you have like this challenge of starting the conversation. You are kind of shy when it comes to like the icebreaker. Fix that. Find a way to like, here's something I usually do when it comes to meeting new people. I always say, okay, let's start with 3 fun facts, right? Name the first 3 fun facts about yourself, something that's a good conversation starter, and then you have the date say there are 3 fun facts, and I guarantee you will have an excellent conversation. One of my fun facts is I actually met MC Hammer once. So I keep that my look result. Well, I was interning at a special effects company called M5 Industries, and MC Hammer was coming in for a music video to 3D scan his face, and so we were in charge and reviewing the computer systems for him to do that. And right after they did that, his 3D model agents were there trying to make sure everything's okay. And I actually had a conversation with him. We were talking about smartphones. So, yeah, this guy is tall. He is so tall. It was a little intimidating for me, but he didn't act the way as he did in music videos. He's such he's like a nerd. He's a definite nerd.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Was he like a tech guy? Was that the thing?
I mean, there's certain things about him that he kind of got wrong, but I didn't correct him. I was like, "Oh, that's cool," But at heart, he's a nerd, and I respected the fact that he admired technology. So,
okay, that's nice. Okay, so what is another fact that you would give off? So that's one fact. What's the other 2?
I love Star Trek. See, that has to be a thing. If I'm getting into this relationship, someone must know that I like Star Trek. And it's funny because Jesse didn't like Star Trek until I came into this relationship, and now he watches Star Trek with me. So, I love my Star Trek. Yeah, you knew that. The other fun fact, I actually had a few of them, but the other one was like light painting. I loved going out at night into the wilderness, right? And I would do a bunch of like night light photography. So I'd have like a light that that show that on a drone that would light up this area, and all you would see is that area that lit up. So it's pretty neat.
That's awesome. Well, if I had 3 facts that I would have to share, well, obviously it would have to be my live streaming. That I'm a
Mhm.
tarot reader and that I do it for YouTube. That's definitely one that I would definitely share. Because that's something that I feel like they would have to respect, whether it's a friend or whether it's someone that I will date, which I'm not dating right now. But
Dating
if I
yourself,
ever
that's good.
yeah, I'm dating myself. I think that's how I'm gonna see it. I'm dating myself because I've noticed that I mean I've always done this where I would take myself out, but I've noticed that I do that a lot more. The other day I had this like urge to go to like the Cheesecake Factory on my own. It was crazy. Anyway, well, um going back to that fact, one thing
Mhm.
about me is that like because I think I take tarot reading so seriously, um I think that's something I would have to mention because um, I just feel like I need to know where that person stands as far as not whether they believe in what I do or not, but whether they respect it and they're gonna just not cross a boundary. It's okay to ask questions, you know, it's okay,
Mhm.
if you want to be, polite and you want to be politically correct, then of course it's okay to ask questions. But I think it's always important to me because I think what I have experienced in my life, whether it was in personal relationships or if they were friendships, is that people just had a hard time respecting that and or just completely accepting it altogether. So I feel like that's something that I just mentioned right off the bat and just kind of just take it,
That's good.
you know,
That's
just
really
take it
good.
there. I would say for number 2, I love the Baroque period.
Mm.
I love the Baroque period, and I love everything about it as far as its fashion. I can talk to you about, rich families from the time, like, the Rothschilds or the Medicis or anything like that, or any part of history like royalties or anything like that. I can talk to you about that or the artwork. I can talk to you about the artwork too. I'm a huge fan of the Baroque period. Like I said, the fashion, the music. I swear, I think I am from that lifetime. I'm from that time period. I mean, I think I touched my microphone. I apologize, guys. And I would say for me, the third one, um, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what my third one would be.
You like that dark
I
music?
think I like all
Ah,
kinds of music, so,
I
but I
call it
think
dark.
that's
I don't
just
know what the name of it is. It's not
black
dark.
metal.
It's just that. Yeah, there you go.
Black metal? You're like dark, like black dark. But,
Black
well, yeah, I would say
dark.
that for the 3rd one, now that you brought
But
that up, I would say
for
definitely
the
music.
third one, being music.
What was that?
Whoa.
Whoa, you hear that?
In my microphone
Okay, I don't
headphones
hear you.
is
I
oh
don't hear you.
yeah.
Can you hear me?
And
There you go. Working?
oh, you can hear me now?
I can hear you now. There was, like, some weird echo right now.
Oh, it might be my headphones, which died, and I had to switch to my speaker, which unfortunately, right now, I have to go pick up Joe right now. So,
Mhm, mhm.
those are really cool fun facts, though. I also have to add in there that I make TikToks too. They're gonna have to respect that.
Yeah, because they would have to respect it, man. I mean, well, you're taken now, but I mean, if you were single, then that would have to be an important thing. But I mean, for friends too, I mean, I've had, come across people who, when they wanted to get to know me as a friend, and they would get to know that part of me, um, one of two things would happen: a debate, or they would just completely accept it. So, yeah, so whatever happens, happens, right?
Right, exactly. Well,
It was definitely a pleasure. Hopefully you're still on when I come back. We definitely need to schedule a time where we'll definitely have a lot more time to do this because I
Well, you
really do
already
miss
know.
doing tarot. I mean, and still small preface because I did take a small hiatus from tarot reading because I was really focusing on my career, my animation career with with my job. I don't want to name the job just for my own personal security here, but it came to my mind that I was starting a tarot business, but I was like, I'm really I really want to focus on my animation because that's really giving me the career stability that I'm looking for, stuff like that. And so I started focusing on that, and now I'm actually in this really great place at my job, which is, I mean, it's really the job of my dreams, and I have to nurture that, and I think that's where the universe wanted me to take me. But at the same time, I always have a love in my heart for tarot, always. And just for you,
Okay.
Yvonne, I got you the Knight of
Mhm.
Fire in reverse.
The Knight of Fire. Well, funny enough, we have a fire sign who just came in, Rigo Martinez Tarot. That could be it. Hi, Rigo. We got a fire sign here in the house.
All right. Well, I really wish I could say I love you so much. Thank you so much for having me on here, and we'll definitely talk soon.
Yes, we'll talk soon. Thank you so much for coming. I know you need to go and do your fatherly thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Family calls. I gotta take care of family.
Yes, of course. I will see you soon. You already know. Every new moon, every full moon. I'm here if you want to join me.
Yep. And also, let's also try doing some weekends together.
Yes, of course.
Absolutely. All right. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.